I'm sure you've got hundreds, maybe thousands of clients. I got gold bricks. That'll get your attention. You don't need to be on TV to do this. Use your client. I've got 150,000 database. I suck at doing the data mine, what I'm telling you should do. I should hire about 10 people, but the problem, Haley gives me crap every day. We can't train everybody, so I got 4 people in the marketing department. This is what you can do. You can get marketing interns. You can get people in college in the summer that want to work. Go back. You can do birthday, Christmas cards, the referral program. We started doing that before COVID. I hired somebody. You could do that. Deidre said she's got 5 people referring her cases. So here's what you can do with those 5 people. Have a dinner for them one night. I went out and got a trophy that cost me $5. And I think it had, if you gave me a 5-star Google review, I invited you, I had a star. Otherwise, I had, think about it, all the gifts you've been given in the whole world. Giftology, if you read the book. You're going to remember something personalized. They talk about knives, like if you personalize a knife. So many gifts people give, food, candy, everything, it's gone. I wanted to give them a little trophy or memorabilia. So I invited 100, I got 30 that showed up, and this is where I knew I was onto something. One lady's mom died that morning. She still came to this dinner for me. I'm like, what are you doing here? She said, she's in the ground, or she's dead, nothing I can do, and I wanted to be here for you. All I wanted to do is acknowledge these people. You made a difference in my life. Had a dinner for them at Corner Cafe, you know where that is? Rented out, private room. Spoke. Called each of them up individually, said a minute or 2 about why they were amazing. Man, those people sent me so many cases. I think I got $2 million referrals from that. Y'all can do this. It's little things like that. How many people make you feel special? You know, make someone feel special. If they've given you a client, you should call them. You should give them your cell number. I've got a deal. Anybody got my cell number? Call me, and if it's an area of law I can't help you with, I'll find someone. I'll refer you. And one weekend I thought I'd try this. I want each attorney that works for me, and they don't do it. I want each one to give me 3 Google reviews a month. Okay? You want Google reviews. You want 5-star Google reviews. How do you get it? You have to ask. So I picked 30 people that in the last 3 months had called my cell phone. I don't know how I found them. So I started calling each one and said, will you do me a favor? I'm going to send you a text. Do it to their cell phone. Don't do an email. Email now is almost like mail. No one looks at it. They throw it away. Text. And I said, hi, this is Darryl Isaacs. Will you do me a favor? Can you spend 1 minute and give me a 5-star review? All you have to do is click a link, send them the link. You'd be amazed. I don't even tell them what to say. Like Lee, you came up and said, what do you want to say? You say whatever you want to say. The last thing in the world is I want someone to say something I'm telling them to say. You say what's from your heart. I got some, you don't see some of these reviews are like a page. And I didn't even take care of the client. My firm did. But the stuff they put about me, I mean, I wanted to cry. The one guy showed you, Gordon. I said, will you do a review on me? And all of a sudden he did a review and he looked and he sent it. He said, do you ever look at your reviews? I'm like, no. He sent me one. This client, someone had died and we were there. And you know what we did? And I didn't even think about this. We had a client and her son was killed and her son took her everywhere. So first of all, I can't imagine a mom burying a child. When they called our office, we're going to sign them up. They hadn't even had the funeral yet. And the lady didn't drive. So one of our attorneys offered to go pick her up and take her. So they told me about it. I said, God, for like 3 or 4 days, be their chauffeur. I mean, put yourself in their shoes. What do they need right now? They don't need a lawyer. They need someone, because that's what their son did. This lady wrote the most compassion testimony about me that, again, I can't buy that. I can't make it up. Y'all can do that. All your clients, you can go do that. But the dinner thing, I paid $100,000 for a guy named Tom St. Louis to come and show me the referral program. Wasn't worth it, but I got one thing from him that I share. You can do it once a quarter, once a year, once whoever. Pick your top people that send you. Invite them. Do something special. The best thing I do is spend time. Abraham Lincoln said, a lawyer's stock and trade is his time. You can't buy it. You can't manufacture it. It's the most precious commodity we have out there. So spend your time with these people I gave them each a little trophy or a star. I still got people that will call and say it's still on their desk, it's on their table. I'm going to tell you something else you can do. I've done 10,000 of these. You can do gratitude books. You know, every day, if you look laws of attraction, the secret, every day I wake up and I spend 5 minutes, no phones, no nothing. I think, what am I grateful for today? Well, I've lost 53 pounds. I'm grateful I'm trying to get my health back. I'm grateful I survived my 10th operation. Keep in mind, these anesthesiologists, you pay them to wake you up. One of my surgeries, I wasn't waking up. They went to my wife and said, they're going to have to do some aggressive stuff. And she's like, wake his ass up. Because I've told her I'm worth more alive than dead. So they woke me up, thank God. So every day I'm grateful. And if you know what's going on in Ukraine, and I'm Jewish by trade, I have my best friends, he's going to be a cardinal. He is the Archbishop of Indianapolis, and he converted me. My wife finally got me to convert, so I'm Catholic, I'm Jewish, but I'm grateful. And so everybody in this room can find something you're grateful for. If you have your own practice, I don't care if you're making less money than you'd make at a big firm. You control your destiny. That's why I was talking to, can I use Cyrus? He's starting out. He used to work 8 years in a law firm. He's hanging a shingle. It takes balls to do this. And you're going to make it. You're personable. You can talk. You got experience. And I'm telling him, if I was starting today, I would go to every doctor and say, if I can help anybody. It's not solicitation. I mean, you can, just like I went to all the attorneys. When I came out, I went to all the attorneys that advertised. I said, send me your litigation. I'll give you half the fee. I'll take the shit of the shit. Excuse my language. I took some garbage cases, and I made so much money for these attorneys. Then I thought, well, what am I doing? I'm going to do it my own. So you can start a practice today. But think of the gold in your mind. Use this. Like I say, try it. Go have a dinner. Even if you have 10 people, give them a little award. Tell them why they're special. Spend time, and it'll be amazing what you'll get. All right, go on to, let's talk about masterminds. I'm going to tell you the concept. Everyone in this room, if you can't get in one, you can start your own. I started my own. Well, oh wait, you know what? Stop. You talk about, we did a mailer. We mailed out about 5,000 of these. We did this. And I don't know if your number, you got to get text. People text. Make sure the number you advertise, you can use a service that you can text or call.
Did you get barred in Ohio and Indiana?
Barred,
like licensed? Bar.
Oh, yeah. Not because I passed the bar. I flunked the bar twice, so after so many years, we have reciprocity. Yeah. So now I'm in the process of getting Illinois, because we got a lot of truck cases going. I had an Illinois attorney, and he left, and he's not practicing law, and I thought, I'll just get my license, and yes, I got barred. I don't know. I thought you meant, did I get this barred? I'm like, no, I'm not been disbarred. Go to the next one. Okay, this is something else. You want truck cases. Don't expect car accident victims to call you when they're in a truck case. Truck cases will call you when they have a car wreck. I learned the hard way. You want truck cases? Put a truck in your ad. Easton and them are following me. I've got 3 firms that are following me now. I crack up. One of them even say, don't get hammered. It's like, come on, man, I'm helping you and you're dogging me. But you want truck cases? Put a truck in it. I sent a brochure. I think we got 6 or 8 truck cases from that. I don't know what that cost me, probably $20,000 or $30,000 to mail it and everything, but you could take a soft tissue that you would get. In our state, minimum limits is $25,000. Truck cases, so you carry 25. Last week we got a wrongful death Hispanic girl, gorgeous, 18 years old. Driver has 25,000. That's what her life's worth. It's so sad. Truck cases, they have to have minimum 750, maybe $1 million. I just learned the other day, Uber's now 1.2, 1.3 million. I saw last night, I do ubercases.com or something. I'm watching advertise for Uber. I'm going to start doing it. Do these brochures if you want. If you got a database, 1,000 people, 500 people, don't let them guess what you want, what you need, what you can help them with. Put together a brochure. So someone asked me about our logo. You see that logo? I didn't even realize they did it. Subliminal, it's a hammer. 99 designs. You can run a contest. $500 We had 300 people, and we did our logo for us. Instead of going and spending 20, 30 grand with an ad agency, 99 designs. Everybody, you can use it. Awesome. You determine. Yes, Davin.
One thing I want to mention about the databases that you keep mentioning, I think a lot don't know that you can do this, but with that database, you can upload it to Meta. And you can
What's it called?
Meta.
Oh, okay.
Instagram. You can submit your database to them, and they'll locate the profiles on their social media platforms, and you can run highly targeted ads strictly to just that audience.
So what he's saying is true, but guess what? I just found this out yesterday. Haley tells me, she complains all the time. Our girls like Claudia, I'm going to show, pull up my TikTok. I hired a girl, Claudia, beautiful redhead, 25 years old. The reason I hired her, she's had 30 million views. Jen helped me find a Claudia. Okay, here's Claudia right there. Go up some. These are the stupidest things in the world. Find one that did 150,000. Let me see. Okay, this what I had for lunch. Who gives a shit what I had for lunch?
Chicken salad with grapes. Lost 50 pounds, so I got to keep eating healthy.
That's awesome. Hey, Hammer, what are you eating?
This is Claudia.
So today it's a salad.
Okay, how many's that got? What did you say? It's got 100?
Salad with grapes.
Wow. Okay.
Lost 50 pounds.
I can't keep watching. It's so stupid. So Claudia, show Claudia. Keep going down. I'll show you. She's just beautiful. There's Haley. She did one with me.
Do the Shark Tank one.
Okay, here's the shark. This is stupid. Is this it? No, that's not it.
Do the dancing one.
Okay, stop. This got 163,000. I went, first of all, Jen got me. So that's in front of a billboard that's backwards. This is Claudia. This is Ryan. Okay, stop. So stupid.
Go up to that.
Jen tells me, she calls me one day. I'm in my garage. I'm getting ready to get my Tesla out. She goes, stop what you're doing. Here's the phone number of Ryan. She's someone in your market. She's got 100,000 followers. I'm like, Jen, how do you get their cell number? I'm like, Jen's a stalker. So which one are we doing?
Do the 144, the one where you guys are all standing in the, that's got 144,000.
Where? I don't even look at these anymore. Where? This 144? Look how stupid this is. That's Kathy. 69 years old. She runs everything.
Now, this was a trend going around TikTok.
So there's trends. So you all can find. So Jen finds me this girl. I call her, say, I want you to come work for me. She's a realtor.
The hammer one, go up. How many hammers were you
Oh, this is how I found someone, but okay, which one?
The cowboy hat?
Yeah. This was at Rupp. The security guard pulled me aside. I didn't even ask for this.
Hammer. Let's see how many hammers I have in my office. So someone made this for me. And a hammer. Okay, here's another. Well, wait a minute. Here's another hammer. It is called the hammer. It is a tool
That was popular. We gave out.
Can use. The only bad thing, it had a hatchet in it. So
Cut someone's finger off. So
finger cut off. So a special young man made
kid with cancer gave me this hammer.
cancer, and he's beat it, and this blew me away.
Aww.
And then these we give to our employees sometimes, work out their frustrations. And then we have key rings, we give our employees, and sometimes people want them. And then somebody made me a bobblehead hammer with the hammer. It's supposed to be me. And then we sometimes will give a thank you.
That's one of the awards you can do for your clients.
That we give out to various people. And then I have this. I use this in one of Super Bowl commercials. This hammer. And lastly, carry a hammer on my keychain. You never know when you're going to need the hammer. Thank you for coming.
See how stupid these are? You all can do these. And 3 months ago, I wouldn't have done them. So Jen finds me the girl that she can't take the job. Then Claudia, I do this. Show this ad. This is so stupid. This one. She goes, run an ad. And so James has me floating in air. I look stupid in my Crocs.
I'm looking to hire somebody to work directly with to help me with all these videos on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. If you have a recent marketing degree or you're a social media expert, send me your confidential resume to Darryl, D-A-R-R-Y-L, at callthehammer.com. Come work for me, and it'll be Christmas every day for you.
So I got it. So I got Claudia. Go up. Let me find just a picture of Claudia. I don't want to. Here she is. Okay.
Claudia, what's up?
Hey, Emma, I got you an early birthday gift.
Oh, thank you. Is it wine? Another hammer?
Okay. So you all can hire a Claudia. So she makes these videos, and I think when I started, I had 100-something followers. I think I'm almost at 6,000. Instagram, we start promoting it. I now I'm up to like 11 or 1,200.
Mastermind groups all standing.
Yeah, these were one of my mastermind groups, so I grabbed them all. You want to see it? So these are some of the law firms. Actually, Jeff Phillips is in this one. I think someone said he. This is at one of our retreats. Yeah, there's Jeff Phillips. So, okay, you all can do the social media. You can do the mastermind groups. Okay, we got to stop playing them. It's so fair.
You gotta do the Shark Tank.
Where is the Shark Tank? Which one?
Shark Tank.
Where is it?
My name is Darryl.
Oh.
I'm seeking $100 million for 10% of my company. So I got a great product that's so unique and so special. Guess what it is? A hammer!
I'm very interested in that product. Darryl, that's amazing.
How did you discover this idea?
I just love hammers.
This is dumb. This is ridiculous. I'm out.
Dumb idea?
So, how long have you been doing this?
Years in the making.
Okay, Darryl, I'll make you an offer for $80 million with 8% profit in your products.
You want to invest into a tool? Go to Harvard.
I just really believe in the mission.
Okay, Darryl, I'm gonna offer you $100 million with 9% interest in the profit of the company.
Okay, Sharks, I've made my decision. I'm going to go with cash.
Really, we would have done such good business.
Okay, Darryl, I'm super excited about this, and you picked the right shark. Let's hammer this one. We're gonna make $1 million.
Absolutely.
I had to be careful because I could see someone coming and saying, I want to buy your company for, so that's why I did a ridiculous number. Because there are weirdos out there. I get them every day. I get stalkers. I get everything.
You get the comments are the best. They'll be like, I've been watching you for 30 years.
Yeah, that gets them. But let me tell you something else. The reason you want a brand. This put it all in perspective.
You're almost at 6,000.
What am I? Oh, yeah. Okay, is that today? Okay. 2 weekends ago, we sent up a wrongful death trucking ad. And when I started going after truck cases, all the truck drivers' wives and girlfriends and significant others would call and complain. You're picking on us. It's always the cars at fault, yada, yada. My motto is, I always reverse the theme, I represent truck drivers. 2 weekends ago, we get a wrongful death, and we sign it up, and then we also send an investigator out. The lady tells us to get back to me this information. It was so powerful. Her husband was a truck driver. They were not driving a truck this day. They were in a car and they were hit by a truck. But the reason she called us, her husband would come home and say, at their company, they did a lot of safety training and they always talked about the hammer, and if they don't do this, I'm going to come after them. Now, the reason that's so powerful is I always take the call sometimes and tell them, yes, we represent truck drivers. So we do have a lot of truck drivers. So here's a woman that picked us. Husband was a truck driver. Her company talked about us in the opposite light. Then when she was hurt, she wanted us to help her. It's just powerful because if I didn't brand, if I didn't do it, about a year ago I was asked by somebody and I thought they're nuts and I didn't do it. This guy was having 500 truck owners and someone at a convention in Annapolis, and they wanted me to speak. And I said, I don't think I'd make it on stage before I'd get assassinated. There's no way, because no one knows to get all these death threats. I'm not doing it. But I do want them to think of us when they have a case. So that is the power of branding, marketing. And I think I got 5 minutes. Let me talk about masterminds, because you all, it's no different than focus groups. It's going to be hard for you to get your fellow attorneys who are competitors to share ideas. But when you go network and you go to places like this, like the reason I started, I got invited into a group and I went and I spoke, and then I realized it was Pilma, and I'm going to speak for them this June, but I got in with their mastermind groups and I was like the biggest attorney there. Well, I don't want to be the biggest attorney there. I want to go where other attorneys, where I could learn. And so I did it for like, I think 6 months, and then I just thought I'm going to start my own. And I reached out and I started with one group, but y'all can do this. If you go network and you meet people, you could, like I say, all we do is share ideas. I mean, it's more involved, and everybody has to come and give a presentation. They have to be willing to get up, get interrupted. One time I'm talking about my $1.5 million blunder, no one could have predicted COVID. How was I to know I did the 90 trucks or 90, buses? But that's the thing. You share, you teach, you learn, and then people, like Jen's come in and she's given this one group, it's like new blood. I mean, the diamond groups, what I'm thinking. I got all these older attorneys that, like Mike Morris. He's great. He's our friend. He would never do it. Well, he sees me doing it.
They're very competitive,
So now he's doing it. But at first he didn't be in it. And I'm like, Mike, it doesn't work. You have to be in it. I don't want to be in it. I feel stupid as hell. Especially the other day, Claudia got me in a basketball suit. I can spin a basketball. I look ridiculous. But if that's what it takes, if that's what the consumer wants, and if I'm getting 150,000 views, I'm going to keep doing it. Now, I think it'd be cool if I went viral and had 1 million views. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But you got to put yourself out there. So from the mastermind group, so now Mike's doing it. Next thing I know, Gordon's doing it, but Gordon's not in it. He's having people. So this morning I'm texting him, boy, you're really missing an opportunity. Get your ass in the video. No one wants to be that guy. Be the guy. But you all can do you can do social media, you can do branding. But I think the mastermind groups, it's just a focused concept. It's just getting together, sharing ideas. And like today, I mean, if there's something I can do, y'all can still reach out. I'll tell you, I'll help you. I don't know if anybody, I don't feel like lugging it back. If someone wants to take that box, you can have it. You can have this. You can have it. I don't feel like carting it back. But all right, saying that, does anybody have any questions? I know we'll wrap up. Yes.
So, Coach, here's my question.
Can I sit down too? It's like, oh.
I am in family law and focus on fathers because I never knew my father. I'm in employment discrimination because I was discriminated against as an African American woman. But I've never been in a car accident. I never had anything to kind of pull my heart towards it, right? And my fear of the misconceptions and limitations.
Oh, well.
So I guess this will be not a question that most would ask, but is most of your friends getting into personal injury because they have experience, like some type of personal injury? Because I feel like my heart has to be pulled towards it.
Well, I mean, everyone in here is doing PI. Everybody would have their own story. I can tell you for me, my father did it, but I didn't want to work with him at first. And then I said I worked for this famous criminal attorney. But one day they had this motorcycle gang called the Louisville Outlaws. And he had a guy that had raped a 6-month-old baby, and he got him on the Court of Appeals. He gave him his freedom. He came back in, and I was working on the appeal, and he stole my wallet. What am I going to do? I mean, the guy could kill me. I thought, I'm not doing criminal law, when I get out. But I just think, I love helping people. And I think, whatever your passion is, do. But I think from your inventory of current clients or people you've represented, when they have family members or friends that get in an accident,
They always call me first.
But see, okay, what you could do, take a case or two, pick somebody, it could be us, it could be anybody, work the first case or two. Right now, before our litigation was really going, like we got a case with Joe Freed, we got Joe Carmelingo out of Florida, Jay Vaughn's on a couple. Well, guess what? They've kind of taught us, now that we've got 7 out of our 8 last verdicts and, $10 million, we're not calling them anymore.
The reason you convinced me to build an in-house litigation team is because your other pre-lit offers are now going up. If you're co-counseling, it's not going to happen, right?
it won't happen as good. Like when I co-counseled, no, you're right. I just think you got to bring people in. Oh, better stand up. Rutger Parris is in the room. I don't want you to see me sitting. You all, that is Rex Parris' son, but he's amazing. No. This guy, you say it here, he's going to get $1 billion verdict, and you're going to see he's going to get the first $1 billion verdict. So, yes, you can get, like you could use his father, and you could get, but I'm telling you, just like Rob Hickey, and we had another, I can't think of the defense attorney's name, we hadn't even filed suit, but the company, we know he was going to get it. Well, they offered $3 million. And again, they just don't want to lose to a TV firm. So, but that's my niche. I mean, you all got your own niches. I mean, you got to find what your niche is, brand it. But I just think, whatever, you can do it. I mean, again, it's going to be a learning curve. But I started buying books too. Like, I don't know if some of y'all, not too many people's my age, but like Philip Corboy and some of these others, I started following them 30 years ago. In Texas, you had the guy from Beaumont. And then you had West Virginia, Stanley Prizer. You had Richard Racehorse Haynes from Texas, but he was a criminal lawyer. I would travel around. I mean, I was 27, 28. Russ Herman went in the bathroom in Louisville, Kentucky, giving a show, and I'm standing next to P, and I'm your biggest fan. I know this sounds weird. I want to learn from you. So that's what I did. Philip Corboy, I wrote to him. I can't believe he wrote me back. He sent me a book. He signed it. Darryl, you'll do great things. You can study everybody. Right now, so I'm going to make a pitch for Dan Ambrose. What is his thing? Trial something. It's $1,000 for attorney. Any attorneys in your firm, it's $500 after. All my attorneys that litigate. You can watch Brian Parris. You can watch Rex Parris. You can watch, one day you'll watch Rutger Parris. You can watch their trials or video. I went in October and Brian Parris was talking about a case. So I emailed him. I said, can you send me? He emailed me the $42 million, I got everything, his motions, and I got everything. So I'm sending it to my trial team. This guy's the bomb. Everything he's doing, study, learn, mimic. And that's what you do. Yeah, absolutely. Ben, you had one.
I see you have several domain names. Do you market all of them? Or do you just
You don't shut them down, like right now. So, that's an interesting point. I met you. Oh, by the way, we're up to 3. My man Doug, DougWins.com. So everybody, give Doug. He's going in. Rutger, you missed on some of the Zoom calls. If you have a name that's hard to spell, get a short domain. So James James works for me, he's IT. While I'm doing this presentation on the Zoom, he texts me and says, benwins.com's available. And I knew that someone's going to go out and grab it. So we stopped, get it. Lee did it. So today he tells me he did it to break. Isaacs and Isaacs. I've spent over $100 million on Darryl Isaacs and Isaacs and Isaacs. I got great organic presence. WeBuyWeWin.com. So Jason Hennessy, about 2 weeks ago, calls me and says, can I rebrand you? I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, can I shift everything from Isaacs and Isaacs to We Win? Well, I'm like, so I contact all my ethics attorneys. What happens when we do this? And they said, as long as they go to WeWin.com and it says Darryl Isaac owns the law firm, I'm good. Problem is now we have Google it takes like 60 days, am I right, Davin? So now we're not losing Isaacs and Isaacs, it's still up. But now when you go to IsaacsandIsaacs.com, callthehammer.com, everything goes to WeWin.com. And now I'm wanting Google to regenerate whatever the word is. So in about 3 or 4 months, I'm going to start we're seeing the numbers rise, and you got to mine the data. But yes, you can have multiple domains. The gentleman in Texas in one of our group, Aaron, what's his? He called me, the Crash Team. He goes, Darryl, he called me one day. They want for $5,000. I said, I just paid $110,000. Pay your $5,000, get the thing. Him and his wife are husband and wife. They're called the Crash Team. So you can have multiple domains. Just make sure they point to wherever you want them to point to. I love Ben Wins. Now, Ben and your last name, that's how you're known for 29 years. Does California allow trade names? Okay, if they do, then I think I would point everything to Ben Wins. And if you start advertising, you might do a billboard. You might go on TV, you could do seminars. Like right now, I don't even want people to spell my last name. Just wewin.com. That's how you find me. So.
How long should it take for like a billboard campaign to start paying off? I just started mine, so I'm just curious, like when you're going to start seeing
Okay, it depends. The first thing you want to talk about billboards is how many impressions.
Okay.
I bought a building because the building was right on the highway and 100,000 people drive every day. And I bought it. I didn't care what it cost me. I wanted the big sign. But little did I know, do y'all know who Papa John's, John Schnatter, he made the news for doing the wrong thing. Well, Schnatter, because of him, in J-Town, where my office is located, they charge 1% tax. Well, Schnatter came in and so I didn't realize you can't, your sign, my limited. So my sign is not as big as a 14 by 48, but I still have 100,000 people go by my billboard every day. So I change it now. You can do electronically, like, we might change a message. But impressions, like, you don't want a billboard that has like 1,000 people. You got to go where people are. I can tell you, if you're looking to put billboards, and I mean no disrespect, you don't want to go East End or where rich people are. If you see dry cleaners, you don't want a billboard there. Expensive, okay, you're going to laugh at me. When I bought 2,000 billboards, I said, y'all can put them anywhere in the state, but if there's a dry cleaners, I don't want my board there. Because if my friends and family are rich and educated, they're the worst clients in the world, they don't need a lawyer, they need a shrink. I want people who I can represent. One of my best clients in the world, so sad, this guy, his wife died, she had just, her last day, they were going to do retirement. She's coming home, gets hit and killed. He's driving up, she gets hit by a truck. Rick, you remember that one? Because the adjuster worked at like a Walmart or something during the day. And
His house, 6 hours after the accident, knocked on his damn door.
Calvin me. Okay. We got no conscious pain and suffering. Nichols is one of the renowned experts in the state. I just needed 3 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds to get a jury instruction. I couldn't get it. He had the Princess Diana death. I mean, whatever, that aorta just died instantly. But this reminded me, never forget, I love this guy. I called him one day, I said, okay, we were talking, I always, this was one of my cases and Rick, but I always have a civil contract, not a written, you and me, the client, we're going to be good with each other. You can have my cell, you need to answer questions, I need your participation. He said, Darryl, I don't care about the money, you tell me what I'm going to get, you just take care of it. I would call him all the time, he didn't care. I got him the money. His check sat in our office for 3 months, 6 months. He didn't want the money. He wanted his wife back. That's the kind of person you want. Now, I got a cousin. She's dead now, so I can't defame her. She grew up. I grew up. My dad wasn't wealthy. My mom came from a millionaire family. But this lady, any of y'all in the decorating world, this guy named Jockey Spectrum, he's dead. He died of AIDS in the 80s. It was sad. But he did Johnny Carson. He did all these homes. So she had what I call FU money. She had so much money she didn't care. She goes to Noah's Ark. You know what that is? Well, says, don't go behind back, and antelope tramples her. She calls me. I don't want that case because she violated every rule. She also went to a restaurant and they had a poisoned fish, a sign, don't stick your hand in. What's she do? She sticks her hands in, gets stung, almost has to have her hand cut off. I won't take her case. She's my cousin, she's a lunatic, and she doesn't do what, I don't want dry cleaning clients because, and I mean no disrespect, I'm not discriminating, rich and educated people for the most part. Now, I have a rich client, I'm breaking my rule. He's the one that agreed, we're going to try it regardless, and he doesn't care about the money. But when you're advertising, you want a billboard in blighted neighborhoods, you want a billboard in the South End, the West End. You want where, everyday good common folks. God loved the common man because he made so many, as my grandfather used to say. But if there's a billboard with the dry cleaners, you won't find mine in a 5-mile radius.
It's like the rich people don't go to treatment, they go to weed doctors.
Well, they know it all. I mean, my brother, before he became a lawyer, he asked me to help him on a case. I sent a letter, he sent it back corrected. Like, you go get your own attorney. You know what?
We always thought that in the wealthier areas, those people had more insurance. So we've seen some of the wealthier areas in Atlanta, they have $1 million umbrella.
Well, you're talking about his defendants or a client?
The defendants.
I want wealthy clients as defendant, obviously. And I want like GE, Ford, Amazon, I don't care. But, so what I was saying is billboards, you need impressions. So like I used to look for, if I can get a billboard with 100,000 impressions a day, that just means eyeballs are going to see it. That's what I want.
And if I can add to the billboard, I only have one billboard, and I have it on a highway where a lot of factories, you have to hit this highway to go to a lot of factories because I do employment discrimination. And I don't get calls that says, hey, I saw Deidre's billboard. But my main reason that I got it, and this could be totally wrong, Coach, but I got it to intimidate opposing counsel. Because all those opposing counsels also drive that way. And